all-star is the no stars who will prevail.
Come, Chris. There you go.
This is what I'm talking about. Fight.
Good D, John. 3 seconds.
Oh, 3. What? That was 3 in the key.
A shot from earlier as the Miami team bus arrived at the arena. The players gearing up for a tough contest away from home. Hello, Al. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Hero and Butler make up the perimeter pair. Then it's Terry Rozier. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. And for Minnesota, Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. Inside, we got Towns and Gobert. And it's Green in at the point guard position. One thing each of these teams can do is pass the rock, Grant. We should see a lot of ball movement tonight.
Hey, sharing is caring. And, of course, there's great chemistry on both teams. There's such a flow to this game when they get together. And we're going to see some terrific team basketball tonight. I can't wait.
That's the thing about Rozier, guys. He is fearless. He's willing to take on contact from anybody.
Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Green for 3. And Hero grabs the board. Gobert with the bucket.
You simply must account for Rudy Gobert and keep him off the offensive glass. He's done it his whole career.
Hero outside. And it's Rozier. That time on the assist by Hero.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Green, coming off a solid outing against Toronto. Here's Gobert, and that one's good. Nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
Rozier against Green. Cuts off the pass. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Shoots over Rozier. The bank shot, no good.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
The Heat have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. You know, Doris, looking at the Timberwolves, they've emphasized rim protection.
BA, this is a theme across the NBA. As much as we see the proliferation of three-point shooting, team's first priority is to protect the painted area because those are the easiest shots. You've got to play to your strengths and employ good defensive philosophy.
Now here's Towns. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Green, the pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. 2 on the clock. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Some changes. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
And as a rule of thumb, the road can really test your team's depth. But they all stepped up and collectively produced a lot of points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
On the court for Miami here in the second. On the wing, it'll be Robinson and Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Terry Rozier. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. Well, Grant, the pace that the Heat like to play is a little slower compared to other teams.
Yeah, B.A. More methodical, definitely. They don't just jack up shots and run quick plays. They're very patient, and they look for the best scoring option.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Bam Adebayo is a defensive force. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "He makes us different. Our team is built around his toughness and his versatility. You can count on one hand in this association how many guys can literally guard 1 through 5. And he's at the very top of that list. That's unique unto itself, Brian.
Yeah, very special, Allie. Thanks for that. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Edwards got his second bucket on the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
McDaniels against Butler. From the stripe. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Miami trailing. Pass to Robinson. Now Adebayo. It's blocked by Gobert. Now here's Edwards. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And here's Green from the arc. Pure from three-point range. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Now here's Edwards. He has 6. And there's a 3-second violation. And the NBA's TV deal expires after next season. What are you hearing about where things are headed, Greg?
Well, B.A., the league seems focused on greater access for the fans, especially the cord cutters. So with more games on broadcast TV and possibly a streaming package as well.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. Even though the Timberwolves made the playoffs in 2023, Grant, they had their share of trials.
Yeah, B.A., they had to integrate new players. I mean, Cat missed 51 games due to a calf strain. There was that incident with Gobert and Kyle Anderson. And, of course, Jaden McDaniels fracturing his hand.
Adebayo, no good.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Takes a 13-footer. Here's Gobert. Using the size. Gobert.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Rozier outside. Pass to Adebayo. Inside. Here's Butler. He can't get it to go. McDaniels with some nice D. Minute 32 left in the first half of this game. And the shot goes in.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Rozier with it. Back to Adebayo. Miami, no good that time either. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 16-4 run. Alexander Walker. Miami grabs the miss. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Jovic. No good on the triple. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Alexander Walker. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
They've really gotten away from the three-point shot as they've pulled out in front.
29 seconds left in the half. Pass to Jovic. Unloads. Cans it with nobody near him. Jovic has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Outside, Green. The The three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 11 as the... And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. And for the Heat, they're shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. They have their two big men out there, Towns and Gobert, working inside. Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. And it's Green in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
They're just letting the play develop. Hero is gifted at reading and breaking defenses down. Terrific rim protection, impacting the shot.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here's Towns. MP scanning the floor. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. The 4th spot held by Minnesota.
Well, talk about rim protection. Last season they were patrolling the paint, rejecting shots at will.
Edwards against Hero. 14 feet away. Basket's good. Hero's got 7 points in the game.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
And he drops it in from the low post. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
It's blocked by Gobert.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifle Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
Here's Edwards. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will... Group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. McDaniels comes in for Anderson. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Green is subbed in for Conley. Now here's Reed. Outside, Green. Pass to Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Now Green. 9 points in the game. The teardrop. That one's good for 2. 11 points in the game. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 5. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth quarter. Tyler Hero is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jaquez in at the 4 slot. Hero against Morris. Pass to Adebayo. Over Gobert. Adebayo, no good.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Green against Robinson. Morris deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Green, the pass to McDaniels. Morris for 3. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. Timberwolves making a switch here. Green is checked in. And Grant, you talked about it early in your playing days, blaming yourself for the Pistons not winning. Talk about that pressure on the best player to deliver wins.
Well, B.A., the pressure is real, and it's tough to keep perspective and just control what you can control. When you're tasked with leading a team to victory, you expect it first and foremost from yourself.
His Hero, there's the drive, drops in the layup for 2. Hero's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, nice bucket from Hero, just refusing to be denied there.
Edwards, a pass to Green. Hey, expanding his range. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Timberwolves.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Here's Green, and he drives in. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trick...
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce.
Hey, need some help?
I see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Started, man. Let's get it started. Yo, yo, yo! Let's ball.
Get your head in the game.
Let's do this. Yeah, good hit.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
One more.
We've been ready. We're waiting your team. Yeah, it's time to play now.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on.
You the ones who are gonna be losing today.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get started, man. Let's get started.
Right there! Come on, game time, game time. got this. Don't worry.
All right, here we go. Game 2.
Here we go. Redemption.
Oh, man. I don't like losing the tip. No.
Yep, switch on there. Box now. Yep.
Sorry, John. I didn't want to risk it.
Y'all good?
Good take, Chris.
Great take, Chris.
There we go.
All right, 2 up on the board.
Come on.
Don't go for steals. Don't go for... Play discipline.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for... And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The front court is McDaniels and Town. Edwards is out there with Green, and it's Gobert in at the center position. And for the Hawks, in the backcourt, it's the Stars, Young and Murray. Clint Capella is out there with Johnson, and it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. This should be a fun one, Greg. 2 teams that are among the most athletic in the NBA.
And I don't know if it'll be a track meet, but it will be an up-tempo game. And that's the only way these teams know how to play.
Now here's Edwards, following the miss by DeJounte Murray. Edwards kicks to Green, puts up a 3. Rebounded by Capella. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside.
And going back to the NBA draft night 2018, you remember this, when we first saw Luka Doncic traded for Trae Young.
And there's been so much talk about this trade, Kevin. I think we can agree both teams, it's paid dividends for both franchises. They've made immediate impacts, and in terms of Trae, he's quickly become one of the league's elite scorers.
Oh, an underrated part of Gobert's game. He has really good vision.
Murray dishes to Young. From deep. And DeJounte Murray good for 3.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's Edwards. There's the dish to Green. Back to Edwards. Clock at 4. Fires it up. Atlanta with the rebound.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Back to Young. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Young's got 5.
Great court awareness by Murray, just whipping that pass right over to the wide open man.
There's Green with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Green against Young. And that one is off. Towns with the defensive effort. McDaniels passes to Green. Shoots a 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here we are, Greg, watching Atlanta. This team has a lot of firepower.
And some great scores, Kevin. They don't just launch threes. They like to work for good shots inside the arc as well.
So the Timberwolves called their first time up. Looking at DeJounte Murray, it's amazing, Bren, how well he recovered from a serious injury just a few years ago.
You never know how a guy is going to bounce back from an ACL injury and a complete year off from basketball, but he is back to full strength, and he has been awesome.
Atlanta making a switch here. Okongwu's checked in. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Now, here's Green. He's got 9. 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Young against Green. And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Young. Beyond the arc. Kept alive by Atlanta. It's Young on the wing. A second chance effort. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Young's got 7 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Green. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Young finds Murray. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Green. 11 points in the game. Clock at 6. Here's Edwards. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Edwards against Murray. Over Edwards. Murray, no good. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Green. Here's Edwards. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Never giving up on the play. Edwards comes away with the hustle points.
Young taking his time here. And Okongwu slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Back to Green. Takes the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Like the defensive effort from Young there. He gave it all and was rewarded with the miss.
Oh, nice.
17.
A new group on the floor. Some changes for Minnesota. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And they've made a point of pounding the offensive boards, turning those rebounds into points. It's been a great effort.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
We've got Johnson. DeJounte Murray is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Fernando in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now McDaniels following Bogdanovich's 3-point attempt. From deep, Green. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, DeJounte Murray grew up in South Seattle. He said a lot of stuff goes on. It was rough. But NBA veteran and fellow Rainier Beach graduate Jamal Murray tried to help him. Murray says he always stayed positive with me and my family. He'd say, that kid has a chance. And every summer we play pickup. I knew I could be okay if I stayed working. Kevin?
And he did. D.A., thanks so much for the report. Murray, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Edwards. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on two things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, G.A., that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Now, here's McDaniels. Here's Green. And it falls over the rim and in. Green's got 13. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into
the Timberwolves 47.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. And it's Green in at the one. Greg, there has been some talk of having overtime played to a target score. Can you make the case for that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, more certainty on how long the broadcast will go, right, Kevin? And protecting players from the heavy minute loads that can result from those games that go into multiple overtimes. So I like that idea. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The Hawks trail by 19. Young in the corner. Bogdanovich looking around. Johnson outside. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Green, the pass to Towns. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And one thing. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
One shot.
And that one falls for Okongwu. 5 seconds left in the third. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Timberwolves lead by 20. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. The guard set is Young and Bogdanovich. Then it's Okongwu. Then it's Johnson, and it's Fernando in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's the pass to Okongwu. Young left side. Plays it up and banks it in. Young's got 25 points.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And the shot goes down. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in.
Oh, come on, bust that, baby.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Shoots over McDaniel. The Hawks again can't hit.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Johnson outside. Here we are looking around the NBA. Greg, it feels like there's more parity amongst teams than ever before.
No dominant team has been the favorite every year, and that can all change, though, in a heartbeat. Every so often, a dynasty can be born out of nothing.
Here's Green. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
That's a basket. Is 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And you have to account for Towns on the backboards. He is too big to miss.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bogdanovich goes in. Back to Okongwu. Murray outside. 16 feet away. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Edwards dishes to Green. .29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Murray with it. Picked up by Edwards. Murray, good.
Murray with a great change of pace, ball on a string. That's a great play.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Johnson with the rebound. Now Murray to the inside. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
Oh, there it is.
Stay focused on your workout. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Shoot it, shoot it.
Keep it going.
Let's get it started. Let's get this started already.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Focus! Focus! On we go.
One more.
Hey, swing it! There you go! There you go! That's all day! Keep shooting that, man!
Now we're rolling. Just like that.
There it is! Quiet now!
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
You got it. Come on, man. Keep the ball, huh?
Get your mind right.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Time to get in some work.